Hey guys, Camper Life here. I'm here today to do the 10 question challenge. We got challenged by this from POA, Proceeding Owner in America, from Becky and Fabian. Great people. So I just wanted to answer their challenge and do these questions. I've got my wife Jessica here with me. She's not been on too many videos, but she is going to do this with me as well. So I'm going to ask the questions, let her answer, then I will give my answer. So with that, we will get started. And question one is, if you could change or add one thing on your RV, what would it be?
I think mine would be, I'd have to have a bigger refrigerator. The refrigerator just is way too small, does not work for me. I really like to cook, so it's just don't work. So I would have to have one.
And I really like to eat, so I would probably go with that one too. For me, and as you all know, or most people know, we're in a smaller rig, so we're in a 2016 Thor Axis 24.1. And our refrigerator is just the smaller ones that you can get. I would like to have a residential, so I agree with that. But the big thing for me would be the bed. We do have a king size bed, but it actually takes up the whole back end of the RV, and there's no way to walk around it, so it goes from one side to the other. So making it, cleaning it, anything else is a hassle. Also, the shelving that goes around it, even when you got to get to it, you got to crawl across your bed, and that's kind of inconvenient. So for me, it would be just some side spaces on each side of the bed. That would have been really nice to have, and in our next RV, that's one of the things I'll look for. So with that said, I will move on to question two, which is, what's something you didn't expect when you got your first RV?
That would be easy. We changed the thermostat, and we thought we had totally messed up our heating. We had used, our heat for, I don't know, days and days and days. And then we came in and it was freezing. So I did not realize that our heat was powered by propane. I know that sounds stupid, but
and we'd only had the RV for a couple of weeks when this occurred.
Yeah, it was cold.
In our defense, we were really newbies at that point.
We got it in the late October, like November, and it was cold, and we just left it on. No matter if anybody was in here or not, we just left it on. And I did not know that it was run by propane. That's stupid, but I didn't know. We thought we had totally messed this thing up. So that's the one thing that I did not realize. I wished it was like regular heat and air. You plug it in, you have heat, you have air conditioning. But that's not the case. So
yeah, and so I was actually in the bed about 3 o'clock one morning. The night that we changed out the thermostat just happened to be the night that it ran out. It was on a Saturday night, and it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I jumped up and I woke my wife up and I said, "Hey, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong with the heat." So I got dressed, came outside, and looked at the display panel and realized that the propane was empty. So it was about a $60 mistake that we made, but you live and learn as you get started in this. For me, the one thing that I didn't expect, so when we first got this thing, I thought, wow, this is great. This is exactly what we're looking for. And since we've had it, I have done a ton of upgrades to this thing. So it really now, it totally looks like a totally different RV. And I say but we both have. Even, good example is the curtain things that you see behind us here. And I'm sure most people know those are just ugly.
They're ugly.
And we are now in the process. We've already got the bedroom done, but we're re-wrapping them, changing the colors of them totally, and then we're putting blackout curtains in instead of the cheap little shade things that come with it. But it's just been several different things that I've upgraded on this thing. I've got several videos on that, but when we first got it, I thought, wow, this is going to be great. We won't change anything, but like anything else, you buy something and you want to start changing everything. So that would be mine. So, on to question number 3, which is, what was the deciding factor to buy your first RV?
I think the size was, but I also think it had to have the recliners in it. I could not deal with the couch. I hated it. I hate the thought of it. And when we seen this one online, it already had them in it, and I thought this is the one for us. We had to have that.
Yep. And I do agree with that. That was one of the key things that we were looking for, was with the recliners. We'd actually seen one and called about it, and it was gone. And then we started the hunt looking for this one. Actually found it on RV Trader. So that is a really good one. And for me, it was truly totally the size. I was very nervous about getting into something really big. So for me, it was, I told her, I said, let's stay about 25 to 28 foot. And, I think with that, I'll be comfortable. Now that I've been driving this one for over a year, I would actually feel pretty comfortable in probably a 30 to 32 foot. But my preference is to never go above 32 foot. And I will say, we have started peeking around for other RVs. It'll probably be another year or two unless just some crazy great deal come along. But we have found a few that we like pretty well. And, of course, whenever you buy your first RV, you're already looking for your second one. That just seems to be the trend from everybody from what I've seen. So, but with that said, that was my biggest thing, was just the size of it. Now I'm more comfortable with it, so I'd be more comfortable going to something bigger. So now we'll move on to the next question, and that is, what's your favorite meal to cook at camp?
Oh, that's easy for me. I love a hamburger.
So
I'm all about hamburgers. I love them. I could eat one every day. If I could, I would go and I would fix one every day, but he just won't let me do it.
And for me, that's a pretty easy one too. I love hot dogs on the grill. That is probably one of my favorite foods. It's simple to make, it's quick, it's cheap, and you get it done good and quick, and I like it. So we're hamburger and hot dog people. Who would have thought in America?
All American. That's it.
But they're really good. It's easy. Either one is really easy. So and for full disclosure, we've been married for 22, 23 years. And we've been together for 24 years. And I have cooked once when she had a surgery, and I ruined the meal. So
yes.
I don't cook anymore. So for me, it's all about what's my favorite meal to eat, because I don't cook anything.
No, our last house, he didn't even know how to turn the stove on.
Yep.
So.
And in our current house, this one, I do not.
Yes, that's exactly right.
So moving on to the next question. What is your must-see RV destination? And I'm pretty sure I know hers, and I'm pretty sure she knows mine on this one.
Mine has to be the Grand Canyon. I want to go. I've wanted to go for years. I haven't been further than I've seen Florida and Tennessee.
Yep. Far west as you've been.
A little bit
Nashville.
of Georgia. Yeah. So mine has to be the Grand Canyon. Yep. I want to. That's my favorite destination.
Yep. And for me, so one of the things about the Grand Canyon, I actually worked in California for several years, and I would fly back and forth, and I would fly from Arizona up to Oakland, California, or San Francisco, and the airline would always fly across the Grand Canyon, and they would actually dip down so you could see in it. And so for 5 years, I never would look out the window to see the Grand Canyon so we could see it together for the first time.
Now, I don't know if that's true. That's what he says.
It is very true. I never looked out the window and never try to see it. So, so I'm looking forward to seeing it too, after having 5 years worth of opportunities to at least view it and never see it. For me, this is a very simple question. Actually, this is probably one of the reasons I got into RVing in general. I want to go see Mount Rushmore. I'm a big history person. I'm very big on our country. I love it here, and the more I can learn about it, the more I want to see. But Mount Rushmore has been on my bucket list since I was a young kid, and it's going to be great to be able to go have that opportunity to see it. So, looking very forward to that one. So moving on to the next one. What's your favorite thing about RVing?
My favorite thing about RVing.
Hers is being with me.
Yeah, that's it. I like the simplicity of it. That's why I wanted to do it. That's why I wanted to sell my house. I want to de-stress. I want to declutter my life of things that's not needed. You don't need all this other stuff. I mean, you don't need a lot of what we have. So that's my favorite thing. Or that's that's the thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to make it simple and see the country. That's it.
And for me, I will tell you, and it's something that I, had kind of found in researching, but I really figured it out when I got into it. And she will tell you, for me, it's all about the RV community. I love to talk. I love to meet new people.
He does.
So we go to campgrounds, and by the end of the week, I'll probably know everybody in the campground. So I have people coming by all the time. And I love to walk around and talk to different people. So for me, it's definitely the RV community. I love it. That's probably been the coolest thing that I found about it, and it's great because it's everywhere you go.
Yes, so. And when I walk around the campsites, I'm known as William's wife. Hey, are you William's wife? So that's what I'm known as.
Yep. But yeah, that's my favorite thing. So then that leads us into the next question: is what is your least favorite thing about RVing?
My least favorite thing about RVing. I don't know.
That may also be being with me.
Yeah, that could be it. My least favorite thing about RVing probably be picking a destination. I'm not good with that. I was supposed to be the destination person. I was supposed to be the one that was going to decide where we were going next and pick. I'm just not good at it. I've tried it. I cannot decide what would be, the next place to go. I think that would be it. I'm just not a good destination picker.
And I'm a avid planner, so I actually have us planned up now all the way through February of 2020.
And he makes it known that I was supposed to do this. He lets me know every time I'm supposed to be the one doing this, and I can't get it together to do it.
But I will say a fault of mine is because I have planned so far ahead. Now we've had some stuff come up, and we're having to alter some of our first part of the trip. So
I am a very go fly by night person.
Yep.
And for me to plan ahead that far is just not my type of thing.
And I like to plan ahead and change if you need to. So I like to have the security.
So
of
we
knowing
change
that
a
it's
lot.
there.
We change a lot.
Yeah. And for me, this is a very easy one, and I'm sure she'll agree with this one. The least favorite thing for me is moving day.
It's awful.
Yeah, I get very stressed out. Again, I like to make everything perfect. I start packing up 2 days before we got to go just to make sure that there's no problems.
And I'm like, chill out.
And
take a deep breath, chill out. What? And then I have to look at him and say, just relax a little bit. But he's so uptight. And everything has to be just so, and it just drives him crazy.
Yep. Everything has to be lined up perfectly, which I guess is why I'm a data analyst by trade, because on that you got to get everything correct. But it's very hard for me. I get very stressed out, and I've gotten better over the last probably month and a half. But I have to think about it to keep myself from getting stressed out. I mean, I really have.
I have to remind him a lot. Hey. That's enough.
But we are sometimes the people in the campground that everybody's out watching because I get so frustrated.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny sometimes. But, and I think she'll agree, over the last couple of moves, I've gotten a lot better. I'm getting more comfortable with it.
I have to remind him quite often, hey.
Yep.
The
drive there don't bother me. I actually love driving this thing. It's just the getting ready to go and getting it done correctly. So... but with that said, now we'll move on to the next thing, which question number 8 is, what's a must-have on your next RV?
A must-have on my next RV? Absolutely an outside refrigerator. I've seen everybody with them. I do not have them. I like to cook, as I've said. I like to eat. You cannot do it in a micro refrigerator.
Yeah. Yep,
that's my must-have.
Yeah. Or I think another thing she would agree to is more of a residential refrigerator instead of the
that would be awesome
RV
too. I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but even with the outside refrigerator, I could still store ingredients that I need to cook with in there.
Yeah, and a good example of that is we have been looking at the newer Thor Hurricane 29Ms. I actually sent a message to Paul, the Air Force guy, tonight about a few questions on one. So, that is one of the ones that we're looking at. She really liked it. I'm still leaning more towards like a Tiffin.
No, I loved it. I love Tiffins, but it's a little over the top for me. I want more simple kind of thing.
She likes the lower price on the Thor. The Tiffins do get pricey, but you get what you pay for. And for me, the must-have on my next RV, and it may even be on this one here, but if we decide to stay in it, but I want solar and lithium. I want the whole solar package installed. With the batteries, the inverter. We don't have an inverter now. That's a big hassle. I want the solar. I just want the whole thing. So I'm going to kind of bunch all that up together and say, give me one of the Battleborn packs that has everything in it, and I would be happy. But that is a must-have either on this RV or on my next one. I will get it installed at purchase and have it all done right up front. I just think that's a big deal. We're wanting to get more into boondocking and stuff like that, and that is a must-have if you want to do that. So with that said, we will now move on to question number 9. And that is, what's your favorite adult beverage at camp, if you like beverages? She really doesn't drink that much. Occasionally I will slip something in her drink or something like that. But for the most part, she really doesn't drink. But, I do time to time. And when I do, I like Captain Morgan's white rum. It's really good. And typically, if she's going to take a sip or something, that's what she'll drink too. But I like fruity drinks, so I like it mixed up with any kind of mixer. Other than that, don't really drink a whole lot. I mean, I'll drink a Bud Light every now and again. I do have a friend of mine from before that we would drink Bud Light together every now and again or something like that. But a little bit of this and that here and there. But neither one of us really tied on every single night. It's just a couple of drinks here or there. So
I'm an avid soda drinker.
Yeah.
I have my Yeti cup everywhere I go. Coke Zero is awesome. So that is my habit. I have a soda habit. So.
All right. And so that puts us into the last question, which is, what's your favorite indoor RV accessory?
Wow. Mine would probably be my electric skillet. Because it don't run on propane. See, I have the propane problem. I love it. You can cook anything in it. Of course, mine's going to be a lot of cooking. I love to eat. So, that would probably be my first thing that I probably would never get rid of.
And so for me, one of the things that I did is I fixed the little metal rivet things in the floor so I could put a pole on it so I could get her to dance in here. So
yes, I forgot about the dance
I've got my
pole.
dancer pole that goes from the floor to the ceiling for her.
I forgot about that.
Just kidding. For me, honestly, it is my composting tool, and I'm very proud of my composting tool, and
Yes,
I love it. As gross as it sounds, I talk about it to everybody. I show it to everybody. I'm actually getting ready to do a review on it. But, not having to deal with a black tank, about every 3 days and only having to deal with the composting part about every 3 weeks, that has been fabulous. There's no way I would ever go away from a composting tool. I know, people's going to have their different feelings about it, but I love my composting tool. That is my must-have RV accessory. So, and it's in this one, and it'll be in my next one. Whatever I buy next, I'll switch it out, and I'll move it right over. So with that said, that is all the 10 questions, and the last part of the challenge was to challenge 5 more people. So I do have 5 names here. I'm not sure if they've been challenged by anybody else, but if they have, then so be it. If not, then these are my 5. So the first person I'm going to challenge is Roman Raz to to answer these 10 questions. I watch this channel a lot. He does a lot of awesome drone footage. Really good guy. So, I talk back and forth with him some. But, definitely wanted to challenge him. My second person to challenge is Silver Turtle 65. Me and him actually kind of met through talking about silver. I realized that he was a silver collector and I'm a silver collector as well, so we actually go back and forth a lot on that. But now he is an RVer as well, so now we've got more stuff in common. Really, really cool guy. So I challenged Silver Turtle 65 to do this, and my third one is Honey and Me, and I've just recently met her. I think she's newer to the RV community, but I have started watching her channel. She does some really cool stuff, so I was going to put this out to her. And my next one is actually the first RVers I ever started watching on YouTube, and that's Enjoy the Journey, Tommy Cherie. I've went back and forth with them a whole lot. They actually subscribed to my channel, which was like, that was like a high victory day for me. I was real happy with that, but I wanted to throw this out to them. They're a really cool couple, and just wanted to challenge them to do this as well. And then my last one is Fate Unbound, and I have watched a ton of their videos. I actually installed my composting toilet based on their videos, so and they are just extremely smart people, and they do pretty much 100% boondocking, and they're the ones that kind of got me interested in it. So so those are the 5 people I wanted to challenge, and I wanted to thank again POA for challenging me for this and allowing me the opportunity to do this. But with that, I will now close out this video, and hopefully we'll have another video back out to you guys later. Don't know how many more times she'll be in this. As you can see, she's Halloweened up. Her shirt actually says "I love camping" with the big Jason mask on it. So it's a pretty cool shirt. But with all that said, I appreciate everybody. Thank you for watching the video. If you have not, please subscribe. If you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't. I get one every video, so I'm assuming I've got me a little hater out there, but that's okay. Just again, please like, subscribe, share, and with that, I will end this, and we will see you all later. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.